God's will. The will of God, as the real Jesus talked about the will of God and him doing the will of God. Living and dying for his true brothers, those who weren't part of his family, and that's the key to this message. When his human family came to look for him, what did he tell them and the people around him? That's not my family. Those people don't have anything to do with me. What do I have to do with you? What do I have to do with them? They're not my family. These are my family. These men, women who were called, who hear the voice of the Father telling them that I'm the one I claim to be. Because they're the ones who are part of the Father's purpose. And I know that because they are genuine. Because they hear a genuine voice. These animals who claim to be my family hear the voice of the animal saying that the human animal is important. Here's your mother, here are your brothers. Those aren't my mother, those aren't my brothers. That's not my mother. Here are my mother and brothers. Those who are with me. Those who are with me because they believe the Father's word telling them that I really am the one I claim to be. I really am the Messiah. While those who claim to be my human family scoff at me and my claim. They say, we don't think so. I don't agree with them. They want me to hold them up as something special just because we come from the same animal lineage. But I won't, because that's not the Father's purpose. The Father's purpose is to have his sons, his true, genuine sons, with him where he is. The Father's purpose is not man's purpose. The Father's purpose does not align with man's purpose, that he and his children are good. Because the animal instinct, that devil, tells them he's good. And his children must be good too. They're not good, they're just ordinary common animals like him and everyone else around him. They're just doing what the snake, this talking snake, the serpent tells them to do. It's whispering in their ears, whispering into their heart all their lives. Persevere, promote yourself, promote your life, promote your name, promote your identity. Build a better identity for yourself. Build an identity of respectability and honorability, and then pass that on to your children, your animal children, so that you can live forever. Your DNA will get passed along. But what about God's DNA, which isn't physical? It isn't common. It's supernatural. As the Son said, it's heavenly. God is heavenly. As the kingdom is heavenly. The kingdom of heaven. The kingdom of God. Not the kingdom of animals. Not the kingdom of an animal king, David. But of a son. David, who was chosen by the Father as a lowly shepherd and was raised up because of David's heart turned toward God. His brothers were against him, just as Joseph's brothers were against him. Those who are supposedly something good, but really just end up being common animals, driven by the same thing all animals are driven by, an assumption of greatness because of that voice. Jesus understood that he was hearing a word that nobody else could hear. And then when he heard that others were hearing the same voice, he knew something about them, that they were his true brothers. They were his true family. They were his true brothers and mother and father and relatives, because they had this call in common. They understood the same word. They were bound together because they heard the same supernatural voice speaking to them and convincing them of the Father's purpose instead of the animal's purpose. The animal's purpose is to promote the self, promote the animal, promote your own DNA. The Father's purpose is to promote the Father's purpose, to incubate the Father's DNA, which is what Paul was trying to do when he told these Corinthians, don't just mix yourselves with the common animals, because you are hearing a voice. You are hearing the same word that the Son of God heard, and those disciples around him heard the same voice. The common animals only hear the voice of the talking snake. And they hear the voice that tells them to do the same thing all the time. Promote your own self, your own family. And that's what they do. That's what they're busy doing all the time. Little ants. Work, 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 work. All the time. Work, 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 work. Get more. Promote myself. Have more children. Promote my own DNA. Get my own self out there so I can live beyond my own existence.